Alright, so welcome to another unboxing, guys, and today we have the Haylou GT3. So I actually unboxed several Haylous here in this channel, the Haylou GT1 Plus, the Pro version, the normal version, and also the GT2 as well. The Haylou GT1 Plus is my favorite sounding Haylou, and I do like Haylou for the price that you pay for getting a lot of value for your money. And now we have the GT3. It has that kind of stem kind of design, which might give us better battery life. If this sounds similar to the GT1 Plus, this might be something really compelling in that $20 price range. So let's unbox this now. So of course, big thanks to Haylou themselves for sending this over. Links down below for their shop. So looking at the portrait itself, you're getting that stem kind of design. You're getting Haylou GT3 as well, truly wireless earbuds. So in terms of specs, you're getting Bluetooth 5.0, smart touch control, master slave switch, 24 hours of battery life, 4 hours approximation of your lobes, and also 600 milliamperes in terms of the battery. So opening it up, so you're getting the TWS itself, USB Type-C, which is something that's really nice to see in 2021. Alright, USB-C, guys. You're getting some tips, and looking at the TWS itself, it's actually in the weighty side as well. So maybe as heavy as maybe your Haylou GT1 Pro. So this is slightly smaller compared to the GT1 Pro, but bigger than the GT1 Plus. So it says Haylou at the top, and also I do like still that matte kind of design. That's still nice. And actually the logo here is a bit bigger compared to your previous Haylou. The previous Haylous is a bit more understated. Alright, so here it is compared to the Haylou GT1 Pro. So actually they're really similar in terms of the overall size, but the GT1 Pro is still a bit bigger compared to this one, but definitely really similar. And as you guys can see, the logo and the Pro version is a little bit smaller compared to your GT3. And looking at the GT1 Plus, so definitely the GT1 Plus is smaller compared to your GT3. So definitely, yes, in terms of the compactness, this still shines, but definitely you might get better battery life in this. Actually, firstly, yes, I was surprised that you're getting a bigger battery case in this, because it will give you better battery life, and that's nice for under $20. So at the back, you're getting your USB-C, and the build quality is very similar to your previous Haylou. It's a matte kind of finish. I do like the overall look. I like the understated kind of look. And opening it up, so this is the look that you're gonna get. Actually, that looks cool. So definitely for under $20 that I paid for, that kind of looks nice. So at the top, yeah, you're getting not the best close-in opening, and you're getting your stem kind of design at the inside, and you're getting also battery indicator here at the front. So nice in this. Definitely for the price, this is really nice. And looking at the lobes itself, so the lobes itself, I do like the understated kind of look. I like that it's not that flashy in terms of the logos. It's understated, but they were able to make it that it's still quite unique, because you have that kind of gloss at the side. So you have matte and gloss mix. That kind of looks nice for me. And of course, yes, this is kind of an iconic kind of design. It's similar to maybe your AirPods in terms of the world design, but you have black in color. And actually, some people may prefer black for sure compared to your usual white, kind of colors. And in terms of the shape, it's a very safe kind of shape, I'd say. You have that kind of bulge, which might help you to, have more stability in your TWS. And actually, in terms of the length, this is a bit bigger compared to your AirPods Pro as well. So, but still quite a bit smaller compared to your usual AirPods. But definitely, yes, I would say in terms of the overall look, it's pretty solid. In terms of the weight, this is in the lighter side. It has a bit of weight to it, but definitely still, it's not the heaviest one. So definitely this can be comfortable to wear on the ear. And actually, you can see the light up here already as well. So definitely, yes, in terms of the look, I would say it's a looker. Especially for that price range, this looks kind of nice for sure. So in terms of the fit on the ear, so it has some similarities with the AirPods Pro. It's a quite snug kind of fit on the ear, so definitely that kind of bulge helps out in making this stay on the ear. So for light activities, walking, minor running, this might stay on your ear. Definitely if you're gonna do some more extraneous activities, you might want to get a TWS with fins or something more stable compared to this. So this is not the most stable pair that I have worn. So in terms of comfort, these are quite comfortable to wear on the ear. It's quite breathable and also light as well on the ear, so I can see me wearing this for a long listening session. So the build quality on the ear, so definitely it's not the most premium build on the ear that I have worn. So it's still a bit plasticky for me on the ear. So definitely yes, it's it falls in that kind of price range. So build quality on the ear. In terms of isolation, I would say this is just average. Not the best that I've listened to. So for me, my only issue is the build is still quite plasticky. So still in that $20 price range, you're getting what you pay for. But I would say it's equal to maybe your GT1 Plus, GT1 Pro. It's right there in that kind of price range. That's the build quality. So if you are already used to that, you won't have an issue with this one. So now let's try to pair it up. All right, so now we are paired and actually paired quite fast as well. All right, so now we're listening to Michael Jackson Beat It. All right, so firstly, the sound here kind of reminds me more of the GT1 Plus in the overall sound. And definitely the shimmer on top is really prominent here in the mix. So there's some peak on top here, which makes the listen fun, musical. So yes, this is more of a fun kind of listen to the ear. And also there's a touch of micro detail here as well. But definitely not the most detailed pair, but I can notice a bit of micro detail on the ear. So firstly is in the smooth side of presentation. And actually what's nice here is the vocals is pretty clear in the mix. So it's in the musical side of presentation, but not the most aggressive that I have heard. But it's quite lively to listen to. So very energetic to listen to, musical to listen to. So this is a fun kind of listen. And also what I'm hearing here is on top, it has a bit of elevation in the top frequencies, which is quite interesting, especially for the price that you're paying for. The bass is definitely listenable in the mix. It's in the boomy side as well. But it's not overly boomy, it doesn't overpower the rest of the spectrum. It's still quite controlled in the mix. And again, yes, the vocals is pretty clear. Let's try another track, maybe Change the World. So here in the Eric Clapton, Change the World. So definitely because of that peak on top, that shimmer on top, it makes the acoustic guitar shine. So really lively to listen to. But one downside in this is that peak on top is really prominent in the mix. And it can sound unnatural to listen to. And also makes some instruments a bit thin as well. So like cymbals is a bit thin for me. So pros and cons here, it makes the sound more lively, more fun to listen to. But it can come across as unnatural to listen to. So the bass impact is not that prominent in the mix. So it's in the boomy side, but the impact is not that prominent. It's not a super bassy pair. So for bass heads, you might not like this. So the bass actually is quite mellow in the mix. So the impact is quite mellow. But what's nice here is, yes, because of that, type of bass, the vocals is really good in the mix. Really nice positioning in the mix. This kind of reminds me of the GT1 Plus in terms of the, sound on the ear. It's not shouty to listen to as well. So the vocals is not that aggressive. It's musical, but not that aggressive, not overly done. Let's try another track. In terms of the sound stage, it's just average for me, not the biggest that I've heard. Separation also is not that black and white for me. But it's definitely in this kind of price range. The vocals, while it's quite clear in the mix, so it still has some thinness to the overall vocal. So definitely it's not the richest vocal. Let's try another track. Maybe Pull Me Under Dream Theater. Alright, so yes, the vocals is quite good, but the top again is really prominent in the mix. And it makes some cymbals, the splash, a bit too prominent for me. Right, so that's my first listen. Alright, so for the GT3, this kind of reminds me heavily of the GT1 Plus. So, but maybe this has a bit more shimmer on top, a bit more elevation at the top. So, this is a bit brighter compared to your GT1 Plus. Of course, I'm gonna confirm that in the full review, but from what I remember, that is what I am seeing here. But for me, it's really close to the GT1 Plus. It's not that far off for me. So definitely, really interesting kind of tuning. So definitely, if you're into clarity and vocals as well, this might be good for you to pick out. This is definitely not a bass heads TWS. So I would say in terms of the overall tuning, it's a bit different compared to your usual TWSs. Usually in this kind of price range, it's more bassy, warm. If you're into clarity, vocals, this might be your pick. And definitely what's nice about this is you're getting a bigger case as well, so better battery life as well. So actually before I mentioned that Haylou should kind of combine the GT1 Pro and the GT1 Plus as well. So get the lobes, get the sound quality of the GT1 Plus and then put it in the GT1 Pro. And my first impressions is here in the GT3, it's kind of like that. It's similar to the sound of the GT1 Plus, but now we have a bigger case as well for better battery life. So I'm seeing that that may be their inspiration here. Of course, I'm gonna confirm that in the full review. Definitely for the price you're paying for, and also for a TWS as well, it's quite decent. So yeah, that's my take on the Haylou GT3, a really interesting product from Haylou. Of course, I'm gonna do maybe a full comparison of this with the other Haylous, maybe in a comparison review or a full review as well. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next zpolt review. Bye bye.